How to guide your sellers through this uncertain market. That's a topic that you might want to pay attention to because many of us are wondering just what in the world's coming and how do we tell our sellers what to expect and what to do. Stay tuned. There's multiple markets being played out right now, and it depends on which market your client's in or what their situation is, determine how you advise them as we move forward in the future. I've identified 5 variables that you should pay attention to as we move through 2023 so that you can be best equipped to advise your clients intelligently and with their best interests at heart. Number 1, pay attention to inflation and what impact it has on mortgage rates. Remember, that impact is not directly when inflation goes up and the Fed raises short-term rates. That isn't the increase in mortgage rates. That's short-term rates. But when inflation's going and the Fed thinks they have to react to control that makes the community, that makes the experts fear that the recession will be worse, and that uncertainty causes mortgage rates to get worse. That's just happened in the last couple of weeks where the just January year-over-year inflation numbers showed an increase, causing Chairman Powell to say we may have to continue the short-term rate increases further into 2023. That caused the mortgage market, because of that uncertainty, to react negatively, and mortgage rates went up over 0.5 point. That is the kind of things that you want to pay attention to with regard to inflation and the impact they're having on mortgage rates, because that's going to affect your buyers and our sellers. Second, what impact will the recession have on your client specifically? I think that's always interesting. We talk about recessions and what impact they have on real estate markets from a macro perspective overall, just generally. But if I'm an employed person at a tech company and I just got laid off and all of a sudden I don't have a job, it doesn't matter how low interest rates go this year. It doesn't matter what happens to home prices. I cannot buy a house without a job, most likely. And so then that market affects me differently. Be aware of your client's circumstances, because that will have an impact, and the recession's impact on how they play out in their housing decisions will come later this year. Third, what market segment are we talking about? It's a completely different real estate market in the luxury market versus the the median price market. For example, we just had a property that we put on the market recently in the low 600s with a pool around 3,000 square feet, and the property practically sold overnight with multiple offers, and the people were beating down the doors to get there. But yet, just a few miles away, a property in a different market segment has sat there for 2 and 3 and 4 months. There are different events, there are different outcomes happening inside of each market segment. Be aware of what's going on. There's just no big overall, here's what's going on in Las Vegas for one size fits all. Next, what's the current situation of your client with respect to their existing housing situation? If they're renting right now, then buying a property at a high 5s or low 6% interest rate may not be as much of a shock or an impact on them than if they're selling a property that they currently own with a 3 to 4% interest rate, and all of a sudden that rate's going to double in their new purchase. So given the current residence or the occupancy situation of who the person you're talking to really does have a big impact on how you advise them as they move through 2023. And then finally, what's the motivation or the circumstance that each person's facing? That's something to take into consideration. Must they move? Are they highly motivated to move? And so if folks don't have a choice, or they're so motivated that it doesn't matter that they are going to move, that plays into how you advise them and what timing or when they should make their decisions to get their property on the market. Again, there's so many variables. It's important to be aware of these variables as you move through the year, because each of them and how the answers play out for your clients will shape the recommendations that you make for them in 2023. Hope this has been helpful. Be aware, there's a lot going on in the market and it's changing quickly. If you need any insight or you want to add some, please let us know. We always welcome insight, and we always are happy to share ours. I'm David Brownell, Real Broker, Brownell Team Academy. Thanks for watching and have a great day.